welcome to my 2010 Legacy GT with NVIDIA turboback exhaust. So I've got my Accessport hooked up. There's two different ways you can data log. One is to, as we talked about before, selecting those parameters and then basically going to data log. It'll ask you to confirm that you want to start logging. You hit that, and then you got to make sure to hit it again. There's nothing worse than having someone send me a file that's like 5 minutes long, because it's going to be about 10,000 lines of data. So I tell people, try to do 30-second segments, and try to make it so that if you're concerned about a certain either kind of RPM, engine load, something weird, try to data log when you're in that kind of situation, so that we can kind of pick it up and see if there's anything that looks weird in the logs themselves. So if we go to my laptop, this is similar to what I would do with open source tuning, which is, instead of just looking at the little a V3 Accessport that has 6 things, we're going to pull up many more things than that. So all those parameters that I have selected, I'm going to go ahead. Oops, sorry, I need the dashboard first. So, and I'm glad I don't look stupid. My dam is not lower than 1, because I honestly didn't check before. So this is giving us more data than obviously what we had before. So we've got, again, our air to fuel, engine load, our dam. Sorry, someone tried to call me. Our feedback knock, fine learn knock, our ignition timing, intake air temp, manifold relative pressure, which is boost. It does call it difference here. MAF reading, the MAF voltage, requested torque. You can see that's going to go up as I adjust my throttle. I like my throttle pretty touchy. Not everyone does, so I'll usually tune to how the person wants it. Wastegate duty cycle, and then injector duty cycle. And again, my car's on a very low boost tune right now, because I'm going to be selling it in a few months. It only has 76,000 miles, and it's a beauty. But
wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
But
so if you're interested,
anyway,
audience.
It still has the stock clutch, and it hasn't started slipping, but I don't want it to start slipping. So anyway, so we can see here, this is all in real time, and it'll keep doing that. But if I want to go ahead, this is a little bit harder to do if you're using a laptop, because on open source, what I would do to start the data log is actually hit the rear defroster, and that would start it, and then I'd hit it again, and that'll turn it off. Fortunately, if you're using your laptop, and again, the thing that sucks is this is only if you have the Access Tuner Race software. Otherwise, you're just going to have to select the parameters. You're going to have to hit log on your Accessport to make it go, and then turn it off, and you're not going to be able to see your data until you get back. But it will save it on there, and then you can download the files. I'll show you how to do that when we're done. So what I'm going to do now is, so you can see, if I do want to start data logging, I could do Control D or hit this button. Okay. Which again, both of those things are really fun to do when you're in third gear and you're trying to do a wide open pull. So we're not going to do wide open pulls. I've got my wife in the car. We're just going to do a quick little drive. I'm going to turn this light off. I'm going to turn my radar light down. Anyone have any questions? Anything that, and granted, I didn't show connecting to the OBD2, because I figure most of you know what that is. If you have an 05 or 05 or 06 Legacy, you do have to connect the green jumper cables, which, I'm gonna turn on the light, will be on the passenger side. Every other Subaru, it's going to be under the dash. Legacy, it's on the passenger side. If you have the CAN bus style like this car, you can flash without connecting the cable. So, and if you've got an 02 to 05 WRX, you also have to connect a jumper to do your flashing. One other question I get is real-time flashing. I never do real-time flashing because it will only allow you, if you look at these parameters here that are in red, granted these are important parameters, these are the only things you can change, and it's not permanent. If your battery were to die, you're going to lose all that information if you don't actually hard flash it to your car. The actual tune itself will never leave your ECU until you unflash it. On the Accessport, it marries it. On the AP, it just simply flashes the map and it's not married. So we'll go for just a little drive, and I pulled my fuse box off.
Good job.
Hold on. Okay.
And
So,
it's fixed.
go ahead and turn the Wi-Fi off.
On your phone?
Yep.
I can't.
Sorry, hold on.
Oh, well, howdy. It's all changed now.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that, because we're leaving my house and we will be out of Wi-Fi area, and I don't want to cut you guys off while we're actually doing this. So you can see here, the thing I do not like about doing this with the Accessport is it's not giving me, if you get in close, this is only giving me the one number. In OpenSource, it'll give you the high and the low, just like on your, if you're looking at your Accessport, on the actual Accessport, it gives you that, but it does not do it during the logging, which I'm not sure why. So if you think you're having an issue, again, what you're going to want to do is try your best to replicate, you know, if you think it's happening at 3,000 RPM under fairly, you know, moderate throttle, try and replicate that during the data pull. So Heather, if you can hit Control D.
Control D. Ooh.
We'll start it. We'll do a quick log.
I think I hit it right. Did I hit it right? I think I hit Shift D.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, I'm retarded. Hold on a second, guys.
Oh, we say challenge now?
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, Control D. Okay, so now we're data logging, and all of this information that you're seeing here will be in a CSV file, so...
Jeez, okay, wow. Be careful.
My neighbors are gonna hate me. So, that was good enough. I'm just gonna hit Control D again. So now you can see it popped up on the screen, and it's asking if we want to open it. We'll just leave that there for right now, because I'll open it later. I'm going to just turn around here, because it's, again, I don't want to piss everyone off, although it is kind of fun.
Oh gosh, no.
So, NVIDIA Catalyst Turboback.
I just want to go home.
Alright, we're going back.
Okay.
Anyone have any questions about the data logging process? And again, you don't have to have your laptop and have this out. And I wanted to do this for the guys that are looking to do open source, because they will have a laptop. It'll look similar to this, but it'll actually be a more user-friendly version than what you're looking at here. So I actually prefer personally using open source for data logging, just because it's less hassle than having the Accessport, which is just another piece of machinery to have to connect to the laptop. So we'll go ahead and
Open the log.
yeah. So
I just said, do I wish to view this log? Yes.
oh,
Okay.
I got it. We're good. So yeah, I want to see the log. So you can actually, if you happen to have, again, the software, you can open it up here. And again, it'll give you the map. This is Logan's Stage 2. I updated this tune in June because I, again, wanted to run the lower wastegate to preserve my clutch. But we can look. So here's feedback and here's fine learn. And I was going uphill, not a single count. So you guys that are running, and why I say the Cobb timing sucks so bad on the 5th gen, I was going uphill during that pull, and let's see here. I hit, this is basically, so a 3.25 engine load is equivalent to almost 350 wheel foot-pounds of torque. So, and that was uphill, and I didn't pull timing. So it's not that your car is screwed up. The Cobb maps are so screwed up. And again, because they start you off, and this is one of my biggest pet peeves, they'll start your dam off at 1, so it has nowhere to go but down. It's better to let the car learn and have it go up rather than think everything is great and then have it starting to retard the timing and so much that it's going to actually reduce the dam. Does anyone have any other questions on any of that?
I don't think so. Nope. No questions. All right.
Did you kids learn anything? No? Great.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm going to show you one more thing here so that you can know. I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. So, now we're back home. You are disconnected from... And I'm supposed to exit this, but no, it's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so say... Oops, actually, sorry. So now we're back home, and you want to see, if you didn't have the laptop, you want to be able to pull out your data log. So you're going to connect your Accessport and go into...
It says Accessport Manager.
Yeah. Sorry, this is taking forever. Hold on. Sorry, hold on a sec. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, I already have it open. Okay. Sorry. So, and we can look here. So, 52. So it's gonna just assign it a numeric value based on what log number it was. So I know that last one would have been this last one here. It's 52. Let me go ahead and minimize this a little bit. So I already had one on there, so I'm just going to replace it.
Oh, somebody absolutely learned something. Awesome.
So here's that exact same, and did it replace it?
I think so.
No, that one's a different, hold on, sorry. And it reverted back to the top. So never mind, it decided to go number 13, because that makes sense. Yes, I want to replace.
Do you need to click on it again?
Yeah, I just need to find it. Here we go. So this is that data log we just, the data log we just did. So if we were doing what we would call an e-tune, I would have you do usually what it is. And again, the first thing is, I don't want you to do your wide open throttle pulls if you start seeing there's timing being pulled or your IAM or DAM drops. You want to make sure your maintenance is up to date, because getting a tune can exacerbate existing issues and make something mechanical worse than what's already there. So if we look here, we can see, again, the main thing, dynamic advance. You're going to look at that first. Great, that didn't change. And we have our feedback and our fine learn knock. Wait, did I pull up the right one? That one had some on there.
Yeah.
Oh no, this. Oh, see, I did have some on here.
Ooh. He's got to fix it.
I know. So what I would do is basically, again, the nice thing is I can go and look and see exactly where it's at, your load. If I wanted to, I could back the boost off, depending on what it is, but typically I'll take out the timing in that area. I'll actually probably do that tonight just because I haven't driven my car for a while, so that probably didn't help either. But again, the 5th gen, and just throwing it out there, it is going to pull timing much easier than any other legacy generation 4th gen, the 05, and the newer 07 to 09. If you've got a WRX, all of this is going to be same thing. If you have an STI, Forester XT, Outback, it's going to be very, very similar. The parameters that you'll log are going to be pretty universal in what we're looking for. And the main thing is, it's all about making sure the car is running healthy, and that if you do have modifications, you want to make sure you're getting the most out of it, but that you're not going too overly aggressive. I know there's been some issues recently with people having, I think part of it is due to high injector duty cycles and overly aggressive timing. You really want to keep an eye on that. If your car starts to develop that, it could be, and I've seen this before, it's something that I've seen people use it as an excuse as far as tuners, but you can get bad gas occasionally. So if that's the case, you're gonna have to kind of milk the car, or if you can, drain it. Again, and if you think your car is misfiring, if something just doesn't seem right, those parameters, and there's other ones on there too, we can check to make sure the TGVs are operating properly. Your oil control valves, if there's an issue with those, it can throw stuff off. So you can get more in depth with the diagnostic aspect of it, depending on what your issue might be. So before I would do a tune with someone, we would do kind of a pre-tune drive like this if possible, to try and make sure that, hey, you've got an issue with your car, you need to get this fixed before we're doing the tune, because I do not want to tune to a car that has a bad MAF sensor, because when you get it fixed, it's going to screw up the way the tune was set up to work with a bad MAF sensor. So anyway, hopefully you guys learned something, and like I said, there been getting more and more questions about stuff, and just wanted to figure maybe this would be a little bit easier. This will stay on my page. Maybe I'll share it on, if I can, some of the other Subaru pages. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Woohoo. Seriously, our neighbors are like, what dicks? That's what they're gonna think.
I know. All right, guys.
All right, peace out. Bye.
We'll see ya.